Ticking along on the off-season. Could unload this trip. I mean, you know, I'd be comfortable. My partner's a stay-at-home mum, so it's hard coming away and leaving her and the young bloke at home, but this is my job, so it's all part of it.
Glenn's also sacrificing family time.
We're going to miss Ryan's first final in the 40. I'll be spewing about that, but we've got to go fishing. We'll be 3 or 4 months without a paycheck, so we've got to go fishing and try and get a few crays.
And it won't all be smooth seas.
We're going to have to stay inshore and just try and catch reds, and that's what everyone else is going to be doing too, so there'll be a bit of competition about this trip. It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds.
It's a 3-hour steam from Dover to Research Bay.
It's going to be a risky trip, but the way the weather and everything's been, hopefully the fish hold on for us.
There's a lot riding on this trip for the Ansons Bay. The break in the weather and high price means everyone else is out here too.
12, I think we counted, so...
All got the same idea.
The best bit of weather we've had for the winter, so everyone's got the same idea, just trying to get a few crays before the end of the season and try and get a bit of a pay, I suppose. The problem we're going to have is there's going to be a lot of pots in the water, and trying to find somewhere to get them where there hasn't been pots, try and get a cray really, so...
Glenn's aiming for a 700 kilogram catch, but he knows it's a big ask.
Because we've come out this time before, this time of the year, and only got 100 or 200 kilo, like, they can be pretty sad. I'm not expecting them to be that bad, but I haven't got great expectations neither, if you know what I
mean. Low rocky point, and the swells dropped off. First job of the day on the Minamurra is to retrieve that stuck pot.
We might sneak over there and try and grab it. Hopefully it's not hanging over a rock too badly. Yeah.
Skipper Clive is an inshore shallow water specialist, but he's never had to go this close to the reef before.
See here, I put a mark on there where I think it is, and I haven't been in there before. So I'm just going to slowly poke in there. I can sort of see it shallows up inside of it, back in here a bit. So I'm going to try and just sneak in there, keep an eye on the sounder, and hopefully we can get the grapple to the boys and then tow it out and get it back.
Hitting the bottom is the biggest risk.
Bit of luck, it may have something in it, you never know.
Combining all his experience with top-notch sonar technology, Clive eases the Minamurra as close to the pot as he can.
I can see the pot just in front of us. It's in really shallow water. I haven't been in there before. I think it's less than 2 metres under the boat. You can be travelling at less than 2 miles an hour, and your knees can go weak when you see that sounder, the bottom start coming up closer and closer.
Definitely got all fouled up yesterday.
Yeah.
I reckon it's in the bull kelp. It sort of wants to come.
That's it, nah.
I can see the strop. Can't be far away. Can't see it, Zach. Can't see it.
Coming, mate.
My pots are made out of steel. I get them galvanised so that they don't rust now. It takes all that time during the off season to make these pots. I really don't want to lose it. It's about $250 worth of materials plus my time.
Look at that.
What you're stuck on.
One of me brand new pots too.
No damage.
No damage. How about that?
We got it back, so it saved us $600 and Clive 4 hours of labour. Beautiful.
It came from, you can sort of see it lifting here, it came from about half a mile out there. Just imagine what it would have been like yesterday trying to race in and grab it. You know, if the pot was fouled up like that, could have turned to a real drama.
All that remains is to collect the rest of the shot, head home to Margate and cash in. the Shank, southwest Tasmania, and the Triton is boxed in by a bunch of other lobster boats, all trying to cash in on the $110 per kilo price.
Oh, we're not giving me any room. I was shot around here last night and wants to shoot where I shot. The half of them have got a fishing brain to bless themselves with, so they prey on other people's minds while they're shooting you.
Not saying I'm the best, but just the experience gives it to you. Plus, if you, I've been handed down a lot of good knowledge from older fishermen when I was young, so I got a good start.
There's a fucking boy floating there.
The pot. Two boys.
One boat seems hell-bent on messing with the Triton.
We're working here and he comes and shoots straight through us. I think he's just doing it to be an arsehole, really.
The boat's deckhand and Maddie have previously come to blows.
Obviously has no respect for other fishermen. It won't last too long if we keep doing that to people. People end up just cutting your gear off.
Down here, Manny. I have to tell that boy a bit of protocol fishing. Because obviously he doesn't know any protocol. He doesn't know that give you a bit of room.
And the boats just keep on coming.
I think I'll find a big cluster at the moment.
Two more boats just turned up. There's more boats here at Sydney Harbour and Boxing Day. Unreal. Cannot believe it. Everyone's in a bloody feeding frenzy.
There's no time to waste. They shoot as many pots as they can to stake the Triton's claim.
Oh, probably what gives me edge on a lot of fishermen. I'm old, so I know a lot more. And you've got to learn from your mistakes. A lot of fishermen don't learn from their mistakes. They repeat the same mistakes over and over again.
This is how the season's tally board stacks up. Pete's Midas Touch has netted the Triton 395 fish. Zach's Sweet Spot has over-delivered, and with a shot still to come, the Minamara has 662 fish, and the Anson's Bay is just getting started. Stanley, Tasmania. And the William Norling is motoring into shore to sell its entire load of lobsters.
You can't ask for premium prices if you haven't got the premium fish.
After 18 days at sea, deckhand Rick's loving the sight of land.
Get all the jobs done here and then I'll be up and away, go for a little getaway for a couple of days.
Danny and Rick aren't alone in their anticipation.
Gentlemen?
Buyer Marty is chomping at the bit, waiting for the William Norling to dock.
I'd just like to say on the record right now, this is the most I've ever seen this bloke do, by the way. Yeah. Usually he's not even here by now.
Marty's buying the over 2 kilogram lobsters for the Sydney market at $98 per kilo.
That just wasted a bit of your life.
Usually Marty's always late, and you get there and you're like, where are they? And they just dawdle down and get organised. But this day he was on the wharf there, ready to go. So, I don't know, he must have wanted the fish maybe, probably. I don't know, he was keen.
And no surprises why. Despite the difficulties of winter fishing, the William Norling has delivered in spades.
It is hard work unloading. You want to get the fish out of the boat as quick as you can, get them into the vans so they can get away to get them into the tanks.
Stewie, Danny's second buyer, has also arrived.
We're taking the under 2 kilo craze, which is going into the Chinese market, predominantly into Beijing at the moment, where there's demand for those size fish. As always from Danny's boat, mate, they always come off well, and just look at them, they're magic, beautiful fish.
You do feel very proud about catching a good load of craze, yeah, and especially when the buyers are commenting, you know, how good the fish are, that pumps your tyres up a little bit more, doesn't it? It's always good, yeah, so, no, we all like a good pat on the back.
Danny's motto is, if it weighs, it pays. Time to turn the catch into cash.
Give me first, did you?
Yeah, I didn't do anyone first, but you know the exact number of fish, so we'll just put yours in first.
Take off the balance.
So those fish are right, they weighed all right there, Marty, didn't
Nice
they?
big run, mate.
They were a nice sample.
757 kilo.
That's a cool $74,000.
Thank you very much.
So thanks very much.
All right, mate.
I'll go grade them and
We'll see you next time.
I'll give you the wash down and look after.
The breakdown, all right?
Marty sorted.
When are they going to Beijing?
Tomorrow.
Are they?
Day after.
Now it's Stewie's turn.
1.3 average, which is just perfect, what we're looking for. Thank you, Danny.
I think it worked out about 130 grand, so, you know, we went away to get 100 grand's worth, so that's, we've got the creamy bit at the top side of it, so price is good, really happy with the price. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny.
Much appreciated.
Appreciate it,
Cheers.
mate. Thank
All right.
Next time,
We got carnage, did we?
the Triton goes gangbusters and smashes the mother load.
Carnage, I didn't even count him. Good big daddy.
The Anson's Bay grinds to a halt.
Without the hauler, we won't be doing any more fishing because we won't pull them pots by hand. We'll be going home.
And the competition turns ugly
People have fights on the wharf.
Does get aggressive.
Everyone's after $1.
as the end of season lobster price rockets.